This is our main kind of classroom lecture area. There won't be this many people in it, hopefully, as we go along. We have the studio area over here on the green screen. Of course, you are welcome to use it. If you want any help using it in your off hours, let us know. But while you're not using it, please try not to walk over there and stuff. It's especially on the curved section. The stuff's already starting to come out of the wall, and it's hugely expensive to try to fix. I think that's it. We do have the graphics tablets over here. We have 3 computers over here. These nice Safe-Home tablets. If you need the graphics pen for them for anything, feel free to ask. They're open to you at any time, except for when you're in another class, of course. We also have the editing machine over here that you are welcome to. These are here at your disposal to do your work. If you would like to have a more quiet environment and nobody's using it, you're welcome to go sit in our computer lab down hall 107. We also have our little snack station over here. There's a fridge. As the sign suggests, on Friday it gets tossed. I don't care if it's in nice Tupperware or if it's in gold-plated whatever. I'm throwing it out.
They're not the gold-plated stuff.
I might pawn the gold-plated.
We
also got coffee. Feel free. We stopped buying disposable cups because they were getting really expensive. So if you want to bring in your own cup and make yourself a cup of coffee, that's great. If it's the last cup, please make it a pot. Oh, that guy, nobody likes that guy. Okay. So with that being said, I'd like our fabulous presenters today from the college administration coming down from the Ivory Tower to talk to you guys for a moment. So I'll turn it over to them.
I'll let Lisa go first.
Hello. My name is Lisa Sportson. I'm the assistant director in the Student Aid and Scholarships Office, formerly known as Financial Aid. So I'm here just to give a couple of pieces of tidbit information to you. Don't mind me. I love sharing, but this I don't want to share. It's not the flu, just so don't be afraid. Also, just want to say welcome. You're the future. Digital entertainment, gaming. That's what you guys are. That's what we do. So welcome. I'm excited to see a full room of you guys in here. I know I'm talking to a spectrum of classes from first quarter to third quarter, you said? So please feel free if you have any quick questions for me as I go through my little list of things that I want to remind I want to thank both Sean and Chris for letting us come in here and to have this few minutes with you guys too. So this is the time of the year where things can be a little confusing. So for those of you, you're not in the last parts of your program, so that means everybody in this room will be coming back for 2018-19. So if you just did a 2017-18 FAFSA, you need to be thinking, or you should have already done your 2018-19 FAFSA. If you have not done that, you need to make sure you do it right away. The deadline date for summer isn't until May, but you don't want to wait until May because not all money is guaranteed. First come, first serve for our state funding and for some of the federal funding. So please, if you have not done your 2018-19 FAFSA, please do that as quickly as possible. If you need help doing that, there are 2 ways that you can get help to do that. On the first and the third Wednesdays of every month between 3 and 4 o'clock, we're, myself and my staff, we're in the library. We use the computer labs in there to help you guys. If you have questions, we sit with you, whatever the case is. But we also have Leah Johnson, who is our EOC advisor here on our campus, and we can make an appointment with you to sit down with her, and she will literally sit with you and help you put in data entry all of your FAFSA information so that you can try to make sure that all the information is correct. The FAFSA process is only a piece of the process, so please don't think just because you did your FAFSA, if you wait till last minute, say you did it in May, you thought that you were going to make it, not good advice, because that's just one piece of the process. There will be other additional documents that's required. We don't know exactly what it is. There's only one thing that we require of all students, and that's the data sheet. Everything we are told from the Department of Ed, we need. So make sure you do it early enough, your FAFSA, so that if there is any additional information other than your data sheet, we can give you time to try to get that information and get it into us. If you have not signed up for your student assigned emails, your college assigned email, I urge you to do that because that's the main mode of communication for the financial aid office, the main scholarships office. We do not send just about anything to your personal email. So activate your student assigned email so that you can get the notices about your money is ready for you, so on and so forth. Okay. Also, deadline dates. There's a deadline date for each quarter. You don't have to do a FAFSA every year. You do a FAFSA once a year. But if you say something happens, you're not coming back in the summer, you're coming back in the fall. Every quarter has a specific deadline date that you would need to meet in order to make sure that your financial aid can be awarded and to you in a timely manner. There are also what we call third-party funding sources that can help you either instead of financial aid or in addition to financial aid. So if you meet any of the stipulations that come up, you're unemployed or have received unemployment within the last 24 months, receiving food stamps, receiving TANF benefits, just considered low income, if you are considered a non-traditional field. So is this field men dominated, female dominated, don't have to have?
Male dominated, progressive to have.
Okay. So for a lot of you women, if this is considered male dominated field, there could be additional funding that we can assist you with. So please, building 16, room 105, to see if you qualify for any additional funds. Like I said, those funds can be in addition to your financial aid, or if you're not getting a lot of financial aid, it can help to offset some of those that money that you may need. So is there any quick questions that I could potentially answer for anyone in the room? Yes.
You said room 16 or level 16 or level 5?
Yes. That's actually not my office. That's our workforce development office. I believe they're open until 5. I do believe that they're open to 5. The first week of the quarter, we try to normally be open till 5, just about everywhere. So no other financial aid type questions? Nope. If not, I will give you over to your advisor, Miss Anne-Marie. You guys have a great day. Enjoy this weather.
By the way, guys, I want to make one thing clear. Miss Lisa is your best friend. Her job is literally to figure out how to give you money. So, I mean, don't be like one of those people that, oh, I don't want to be financial. Like, that's literally her job is to give you money. So don't try to be too proud to turn around money because you can always take it back to us.
And I would also say that I know that finances can be stressful, it can be frustrating sometimes when you don't understand the process. But when you go up to the window to talk to the financial aid staff, remember that they are people too. And also the saying, you get more bees with honey, right? So as hard of a day you might be having, they are there to help you. They're going to do their best to help you. But it sure is a lot nicer when they don't get, yelled at or cussed at. Anything else about that? Okay. Yeah. They are my colleagues and I care about them and I know you care about them too, but sometimes in the heat of the moment, a little frustrated, you forget that sometimes. So just be patient with them because they're doing their best to help you. Okay, so I'm Anne-Marie Colbrock. I'm the counselor for your program. Just a little bit about my role. If you move through this program, you might have some questions. I can be an advisor when it comes to what classes to register for when it comes to the general education classes. If you're not aware, this program has 2 degree options. So there's the AAT, the AAST. I'm not going to go into all that right now. I'm only going to say if you don't know what I'm talking about, you might want to come see me. I'll be visiting you guys periodically and talk more in depth about it later, but I know it's the first day, so I'm not getting into all that. I'm just saying that if you do have questions about that, you can talk to your instructors, you can talk with me. And I want to support you in your success all the way through the program. So some things that for you to know about. If you're having a hard time, maybe some things in your personal life are getting in the way, I can be a resource for you. You can come and just kind of chat with me in my office. It's confidential. I can be that resource to problem solve maybe what's going on in your life, help you with maybe study skills, things like that. So this program is really unique to our college. The way that you're going to do your courses is project-based. So in some ways, I think it's a lot harder because the other classes you study, you take the test, you turn in the paper, moving on. here, it's a project, and so many times but in most cases, there's a lot of pieces. So one of the most important things I think for you guys to do is I tell this to everybody, but really, you need to get a to-do list and a calendar to keep yourselves on track. I'm probably gonna come back and, this isn't a program that is everywhere, so I'm guessing you guys kind of searched for a while before you found this program, and now that you're here, you're like, yeah, these are my people, this is where I wanna be. So use this time well, make a good use out of it, get the learning out of it you want, but you only get out of it what you put into it, right? This is totally that program. You're not gonna really be able to skate by, and you're most likely gonna be creating projects with other people, right? So you're not just gonna let yourself down, you might be letting down your colleagues too. So just kind of come into this with a fresh face, new beginning, but keep in mind, what do you have to do to stay on track? If you're a procrastinator, great, own it and move on. Like, what do you need to do to stay on track? If you have, I know you guys, it's a hard time saying this in this classroom, but I have this whole workshop I do on study skills, and I have this thing called time wasters. Now, what do you think a time waster is? Well, no.
Facebook.
Got you.
A time waster is anything that doesn't add to your goals, right? It's not adding to it. You're spending your time doing something that's not adding to it. It's like watching TV, right? You're not. Now, something where I was watching a little TV, you've been working really hard all week, watch an hour or two of your shows, it's de-stressing, right? Watch some cartoons with your kids, whatever. But if you're spending 10 hours playing video games, and you're not spending any time making video games, it's a time waster for you. Now, you can tell me, oh, I'm getting creative ideas. Okay, but 1 hour maybe, not 10 hours if you haven't gotten your work done, right? Enough said. Okay. So just keep in mind, how do you spend your time? And if you see yourself getting behind, you might need to take a look at how you're spending your time. Is there anything you need to kind of cut out? Is any parents in here? Okay, you're not cutting out your story time at bedtime. I hope not, right? Keep those things, but think about where you can make time in other places. The handout I passed out. This is giving you information about the quarter. So we're in the last quarter on this sheet. So spring quarter will end June 19th. But what I really handed this out is the back page. So come in, don't be shy. This is a list of different campus departments and resources. It's a nice little reference sheet. It has them all listed there really quickly, their location, phone number. Advice and counseling is the third one. So if you do want to meet with me, if you have questions about advising, if you're having a hard day, come on over and see me. I'm not always available, so you can either make an appointment to see, or ask if I'm available. If not, make an appointment, or ask when my walk-in day is. I always have one walk-in day a week, but it rotates what day it is, so even I don't even know. I show up one day, oh, here it is. But I always have lots of appointment times available, so schedule time to see me if you need to. You can either stop by in person or call the main advising number. Some other reasons you might hear from me would be if you start not showing up to class or your grades start slipping. Your instructors might let me know, and I might give you a call and say, hey, what's going on? Instructors are kind of concerned, I'm concerned. Is there anything I can do to support you? There's some other initiatives the college has put in place. If you fall below 2.0, things like that, you're going to get a call from me, and there'll be a block put on your account, and you won't be able to register for your next quarter until you meet with me. So the college is really trying to support students and not let them slip through the cracks. But it's also up to you. Get out of this experience what you can, and be sure to ask for help if you need it. So nobody knows you need help unless you ask for it, and we're here to help you. Instructors are here to help you. I want to support you. So we want this to be a positive experience for you. Resources, rising, it's pretty hot in here. I'm going to bring that now. Did I get it all? Well, I'll be back again if I didn't, and I'll go through it all again. We will be doing group registration this quarter, so we will definitely be coming back to remind you guys to come and see me, to especially have a plan that you're on progression for English and math courses. So if you're below college level for any of these, sometimes it can be a little confusing. I definitely want you to have a plan of what you're going to register for when it comes to group registration, which is going to happen the first week of May, but I'll be coming back to correct you about that. I'll be talking by here and there. So have a great first day of the quarter, and thanks for being here. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
We got one more person that wants to actually try to offer you more money.
Yay. I didn't realize how many people were gonna be here, so I don't know if I brought enough, so you guys should share.
We can always get more.
Okay. Okay, so my name is Heather Morgan. I'm a student here on campus, but I'm also a work study and intern at the foundation on campus. And a lot of people don't know what the foundation is, so I'll let you know. The foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. It's a separate entity from the college, and it enables us to accept donations and items from people on behalf of the college, so that the state doesn't come in and take the money or the donations and allocate it to other places. So every college has one. So we give away free money. So we do scholarships, emergency assistance, and we also do we help staff, a little bit with money for their training and stuff like that. But most of what we do is helping students out. And I'm here to talk a little bit about the scholarship cycle that's coming up. It's for summer quarters. So if a lot of you don't know, that's free money, and that's that you don't have to pay back. Usually it's a 2-quarter scholarship, but this quarter it's just for summer, so it's $600, and it's opened up today, and it ends on the 20th, so it gives you about 3 weeks to do it, and it's super simple. You just if you look on here, it shows you the website that you go to. There's also contact information if you have any questions. But you go on and you fill out a profile and just basic demographic information. And it's going to ask you a bunch of questions. Please, no matter how silly the questions are, answer them all, because they, like one of them might be, are you in cosmetology, or are you this, or are you that? And it's put you towards it's towards a certain scholarship. So it has to do with a certain scholarship, because there's different scholarships for people. Like, say if you're a single parent, or if you're part of a certain demographic. So there's 2 essays, and these are super short, but this is where most of your points are going to come from. So if you're not very good at writing, the tutoring center will help you. Your instructors will probably look over the essays, but they're like 600 words. It's just maybe like 1 or 2 paragraphs. And the first one is going to ask you, what obstacles have you overcome in life, or what obstacles are you facing now, and how have you gone through them, or what have you done to get here? And the second one is going to be, what are your goals? What do you plan on accomplishing coming here? You know what I mean? What is your future goals, and in the career that you're, I can't think today. Sorry, it's Monday. Anyways, what are your future goals? So just if you have a sob story, put it in there. That gets you a lot of points. Hey, it does. It does. And it's graded anonymously, so you're gonna have like at least 3 people grade it. They're not gonna know your name or anything. And like I said before, the essay is where it's at. So I've received a scholarship every quarter that I've been here, and I just use the same essays. So if you have a good essay, use it. Let's see. Are there any Northwest Career Technical High School students here? Okay, how about, what's the other one? Running Start students. The Running Start? Okay, for the couple of you that are the Northwest high school students, you are not applicable for this, but you will be if you plan on coming back here to graduate. So unfortunately, we just don't have enough funds to be able to do that. And you have to have a 3.0 or higher. So are there any first quarter students here? A lot of first quarter students. Like this is their first quarter, like they haven't done any gen eds or anything. Okay. So if you guys are coming in from high school, you can use your transcripts from then. So if you had a 3.0 or higher cumulative GPA, you just submit that. So that it is a competitive scholarship. So, but most students on campus, our average GPA is like 3.2. So most people are eligible for that. Well, I mean, I know that and I understand that, but yeah. Most high schools will still have your transcripts though. Yeah. So, Are there any people accepting or here on the GI Bill? Okay, for you guys, if you guys do apply for this, I highly recommend putting your if you do get the scholarship, put it towards books and supplies because your tuition's already paid for. So if you put it towards tuition, you're not going to get any money back. So, but I know there's a lot of supplies that are really expensive. I know for cosmetology, they have like a $1,600 kit that they have to pay for out of pocket. I know a lot of the people that are in, mechanics, or I don't know what your guys' supplies are, but I know a lot of it's expensive. And I had to get a laptop when I first came here, and anything that's on your syllabus that they tell you need, you can buy that with your scholarship. So,
you're going to need a camera and a terabyte external hard drive, but I don't think it's till like third quarter or something.
So what? Buy it with your scholarship. I pay for all my books ahead of time. So yeah, it's free money, and it's, we don't have a lot of people that apply every quarter, so we have a lot of slots that are filled, and we have a lot of money that just sits there and doesn't go anywhere. So even if you apply, say you apply for something, and like you're the only one that applied, and you just wrote 3 sentences, we have to give that to you. I don't do that, but I'm just saying there's not a lot of people that have applied. Let's see here. So when you go and you fill out the application, it automatically it's going to tell you at the end when you submit it. It's going to tell you how many scholarships that you're applicable for. So you're not going to apply for like 20 or 30 different scholarships separately. It will apply to all the scholarships that that you're applicable for, and it will pick the one at the end that you receive. So are there any questions about the scholarships or yep.
Do you have any more flyers?
Is there anybody that doesn't? Yes.
I did the scholarship thing, but you know what I mean? It must have been in February when I did it.
Okay.
And I mean, is it a new cycle starting now, or was I in the right area for summer?
The cycle starts the first day of the quarter, and you have 3 weeks to complete it.
Okay.
Yes. And like I said, the essays where it's at. So if you don't have grammar, if your grammar and your punctuation is off, they're going to dock you points for that. So I mean, use like spell check and use those. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Grammarly. That's a really good one. But I mean, this is college. So if you guys can't do a 2-paragraph essay, I mean, yeah. Like I said, there's tutors, there's people that will help you. Yeah. So they're on here. Ray, she's the the office administrator. She deals with all the scholarship stuff. And if you guys have any questions, call her, and she will help you. And like I said, when you're doing the application, please read the questions because we get a lot of people that don't read the question. They just do it really fast, and then they click on something that makes them not eligible, and we have to go back in and fix it. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Another friend trying to hand you one. Okay, so newbies. That's weird. It's not newbies back there. The rookies, you said?
Yeah, the rookies.
Okay.
Rookies. No. Yes.
Yes.
So one thing you should probably know about our program, by the way, we do a lot with nicknames. So this is Griff. One of the nicknames. Because we already have like 4 Chris's, 3 Johns, 2 Matthews. We get a lot of repeats. So if you wind up with a nickname and you're uncomfortable with it, let me know. Or something. I am terrible at names, so you guys will be hating you for at least the first 3-4 weeks.
Well, they're going to be quarters.
He's giving me crap because it took me 2 quarters to remember his name, and it's Chris. I was still like, no, the guy.
At least you'll get your instructor's names mixed up. I've done that. How many times have you do?
I've done that.
All right, so the other thing we want to talk to you guys about real quick, back in the back there is Ryan. Say hi to Ryan.
Hi.
Ryan is a brand new position we have now. He is our lab tech. So his job will be to be fluttering about and helping you guys with anything you need. He's one of our pro students. He's been here a year, done most of the assignments that you guys are going to be going through.
Okay.
So if you need help, that's what he's there for. That's what he's getting paid to do. So don't feel free or don't be scared to go talk to him.
Ooh,
That kind of stuff.
that's a good job for me.
Already after his
Okay.
job.
Anything else?
I
I think that's it. Yeah, oh, yeah, classroom, program policies. Yeah. Program policies, on attendance. Basically, if you miss 3 sessions of any class, you can and probably will be dropped from the class. Yeah. And it doesn't matter if we're up into the last quarters of the class. If you are supposed to be there and you don't show. And it's simple logic. I mean, how many of you guys have had a job at some point in your life? About everybody? How many people had a job where you could just not show up for 3-4 days? And nothing happens.
Put your hand down.
Okay, that's basically it. We're treating you guys like you're in the industry. So the other side of that is, you notice as far as dress code goes, we're pretty casual. I get crap all the time because I don't look very professory. I get it. This is industry standard. We are not suits and ties type people because you're running up and down ladders and hauling lights and light kits and we're sitting at a computer all the time. That's fine, but it does need to be appropriate. So make sure we're heading into the summer here pretty quick. Make sure y'all are showering and stuff. And, you swim like 6 times ass for the rest of the class and so enjoy. Late work policy. Late work policy, we made it standard for the program. If it is late, it's capped at 70%. That's the highest you can get on. So that means you get a C. If it's more at 2 weeks, the assignment's closed. Means you can't turn it in. It's a 0. And that is just because we have too many of you guys to be trying to chase around those assignments. And then we get 14 assignments from somebody in the last week of class or after class.
You know who you are.
So that's the new policy. I strongly recommend that you keep that in mind because there are several of the older students that wouldn't be here if we didn't cut you slack. And we can't cut you slack anymore. Fair enough? Yeah. As I've heard say that a lot. Okay. Anything else you can do?
Yes. Clean. Garbage. Stuff. The computer labs, the studio, we share this space, not just with other students in other classes, but we actually have industry people coming in and to use the studio spaces and computer rooms. So we ask you, please clean up after yourselves. We're not here to clean up after you. As I always say, try to keep your area cleaner than you found it in, because we do have people coming to the college to work here. So we do ask you, try to represent the college, please. Because that person who's coming in to work might be your next boss. So we definitely ask, try to keep the areas clean, because we do allow food and snacks and drinks in our classrooms because we're here for a very long period of time and we're okay with that, but it doesn't become a problem until it becomes a problem. Yes. So especially around computers, if you have a drink, yeah, around computers, no drinks. If you have a drink, make sure it has a cap. I do not want to send you or your parent a bill that's a very expensive bill because $3,000. $3,000 just for the tablets. You damage the tablets. So I'm pretty sure you don't want to get that bill. So please clean up after yourself. Please, I do not want to be cleaning up your garbage.
That's the other thing. The standard policy for the college is if you break it, you bought it, and they charge you not what it's worth, but what they paid for. So if you have one of the older cameras, it's probably worth about $200, and you break it, they'll charge you $1,000. Sucks, but it's the way it is. So, we also do ask that, again, with the food and drink, if you could stay at the tables with it, clean up after yourself, not a problem. Don't mind, just keep it small. Don't be bringing in 3-course meals or anything like that.
Okay.
You know, sometimes you get a longer break, you run to wherever and get a takeout or something like that. Share. Barbecues.
More than the last day.
If you make the studio smell really good, you have to share with anybody that asks. That's
I'm
the
bringing in
word,
some big
yeah,
pizza.
Jonah.
Look, I'm sorry, okay?
Egg rolls still last a week.
Egg rolls.
All right. I think that's it.
Well, one more thing. Because of the studio is a shared space, this is a great place to come before class and kind of hang out after class, but it's still a classroom. So there's people here working. Please respect that they are here actually working. So we don't mind you coming in, hanging out, and doing stuff, but please respect the people around you. Let them work in peace.
If Sean's class is still in session, don't come in talking or at all if you can help it. Huh? Not only you, but everybody. Yeah,
But we'll get more into all the rules as we go. So
fun stuff.
yeah.
School bits review.
Yay.
Oh, goody.
Yay.
So even though we have all these rules and expectations, we are a fun program. We try to be laid back as much as we can and have fun. Because that's what we're here for, to have fun, learn, and discover how to make movies and games. And anything under that umbrella.
Witcher's not here anymore. So we do have a game development club too. They're currently going to start working on their project this quarter. If you're interested in that, Winter, tall, bald guy, there's trench coat.
I mean, no. Black trench coat. Yes, black trench coat. He's not black. He's not black.
I'll take this. See what happens.
So yeah, you can talk to him about that if you don't know him or not comfortable. You can talk to us about it. I'm verbally abusive. I'm working on it. I'm handicapped by apathy. Honestly, I come from a construction background, and I've had people, managers and bosses, call me so many names that would burn your ears to listen to them. And then I come into here and I get the same thing. I was like, you did. So I apologize up front if I offended you.
Okay. Better listen before sometimes.
I'm working on it. I'm working on that announcement. So I guess rookies, you're down the hall with me. Newbies, you're in here with Sean.
Yep. Today is general art, so we get to draw stuff.
I was good today.
I'm gonna have to get up a little bit and come to the couch.
Yeah. Okay, we can come to the floor.
Depends on teacher. Different teacher can be different size.
I had a 14 by 15. The people that are just
I'm good what I got right now. You guys, yeah, are you?